Well, thank you, Richard. Hi, welcome all. My name is Ernesto Vargas, and I am the coordinator of the IATEFL Research Special Interest Group, which today has the privilege of hosting and supporting the organization of this online conference entitled Stories of Mentoring Teacher Research. Overall, this event represents yet another significant milestone in the advancement of the teacher research movement, particularly in terms of two of its most innovative pathways, exploratory teacher research and also mentoring teacher research. As it is well known, both pathways were initiated and developed by the visionary efforts of Professor Richard Smith, and the IATEFL ReSIG has had the privilege of supporting these efforts throughout the years, making them part of their research and scholarship agenda. Today, both developments, exploratory teacher research and mentoring teacher research, have evolved into empowering, emancipatory, and transformative forms for teacher professional development, especially in the Global South, context, creating a worldwide growing community of teacher researchers and mentors of teacher research who have transformed themselves, researching their own context, developing their curious and inquisitive minds with the purpose of understanding better and improving their teaching processes and their students' learning experiences, or enabling teachers to do so through mentoring, and well, by doing that, reclaiming the right over their own teaching, knowledge, and ways of knowing. Today, ultimately, exploratory teacher research and mentoring teacher research have fostered a culture of reflective practice, research and continuous improvement, transforming the landscape of teacher professional development and promoting positive changes inside and outside the classrooms. This day, we will listen to some very interesting testimonies of mentors who across the world have enabled teachers to do that, and who are going to share their reflections, insights, and experiences. These mentors have worked with teachers in China, Turkey, Malaysia, Thailand, different African nations, Iraq, India, Pakistan, Argentina, Uzbekistan, Bangladesh, and Lithuania, which shows the global reach of our initiative. I thank you all then for being here today, and on behalf of the IATEFL ReSIG, I wish you a very productive and inspiring conference. At the same time, I want to take advantage of this opportunity to invite you to visit our website to keep updated yourselves with our initiatives and developments, and to take an active part of a worldwide community to which you already belong to. So I'm going to share on the chat box, in case you don't know it, the links to our website. Before I hand over my turn, I would like to acknowledge the efforts and dedication of the organizing committee members, Eli Bekesh, Mariana Serra, Seden Tuyan, and of course, Sening Yang, who have led the efforts of organizing this conference, and also of the numerous initiatives which have come before, including the EVO projects on teacher research and mentoring teacher research, monthly online support group meetings, and 2 editions of the International Festival of Teacher Research in ELT. And last but not least, I would also like to recognize Professor Richard Smith, whose leadership, passion, and initiative has been instrumental in fostering a culture of inquiry and professional development among language educators and language teacher educators worldwide. Thank you very much, Richard, for your incredible leadership to advancing the field of teacher research in ELT, and for making ReSIG part of this movement. And now I would like to hand it over to you, Rich. Thank you.
Okay, well, welcome everyone, and thank you very much, Ernesto, for lovely words of welcome from IATEFL ReSIG. So, yeah, it's great that the ReSIG have supported teacher research and mentoring teacher research so well over the last years, and it's great to see so many people here, and it is great to see the, I think, growing interest in teachers doing research among teachers, but also among those who maybe have done it themselves and want to help other teachers to get some of the benefits of doing research into their classrooms. And that's what the focus is today. The focus is on mentoring and how to help other teachers to engage in teacher research. And we're going to hear from the experiences of people who have mentored teacher research. Now, I just want to give a little bit of background to what's been happening over the last 3 or 4 years. I'm also going to share a link in the chat, and this link is in the program. And if you look into the chat, you'll see the program. We're not going to really share our screens very much during a little bit. Seden's going to tell you about the program in a minute, but we want to really have a sense of us together as people, and that's why we're not going to share websites. We're not going to share posters very much, but if you keep going to the program, you will be able to access posters. You'll be able to access summaries of the different presenters, short stories, because that's the title, stories of mentoring teacher research. We're trying something a little bit different from just academic presentations, telling stories. Anyway, a little bit of background. Yeah, we've started to share ideas about how to support teachers to do teacher research. I was very involved with that myself, with in India and in Nepal. Wrote a book for the British Council, which is freely available for anybody who'd like to know more. And if you do go to that website I just shared, the mentoringteacherresearchweebly.com website, you can find an access to that book. You can also see what we have been doing together as a community of mentors. It started with perhaps Seden and I leading what's called an electronic village online. This is something that happens every year in January and February. For a long time, well, for several years, we've had the one for teachers, and that's still perhaps going to go ahead every January and February. But we started one, I think it was 2020, just before the pandemic, to support those who want to become mentors of teacher research. And it's very open. It will happen again, I think, in January and February next year, and that's something for you to come to if you are an experienced mentor, or if you're just somebody who wants to get involved in even just thinking about mentoring other teachers to do teacher research. It'll be January and February. You can keep in touch about things through a Facebook group also, which we have. It's a kind of community we're developing of mentors of teacher research internationally. We have also been meeting monthly, and you're very welcome to join in with that, I think, later on. Another thing, we've been bringing our teachers to present online, and this is the Teachers Research Online conferences. Some of you will know about. We had one in 2021, I think, and we had another one just recently in this year. And the mentors, the people who are talking today, most of them, I think, or almost all of them, brought their teachers to present at this Teachers Research Online conference. I'll put a link, after I stop talking now, I'll just put a link to that conference because it's a great resource. You can see video of teachers presenting. So the mentors today, I think almost all of them brought their teachers to that conference. But today it's for them. Today it's for us to reflect on how we have mentored the teachers. Great. So it's really great to be here and to see you all here. I'm going to hand over now to Seden to talk about the program today.
Thank you very much, Richard. Okay, welcome, dear colleagues. It's really nice to see you all, your smiling faces. I want to share the conference program, but it always does this to me. It was open, just a minute. Yeah. Okay, I'm doing that in a second. Here it is. All right. So thank you very much once again to IATEFL ReSIG for supporting us, Ernesto and his kind efforts in being with us and just responding to our needs all the time. Our program has started, as you see. We're going to be together for like 3 hours, and here we have 2 links. Actually, I want you to be careful about them. Let's say you need to choose just one room. Now we are in IATEFL 1 room. And when the concurrent session starts, you need to choose just one room. Be either in room 1 or room 2. And the sessions in room 1 will be chaired by Ellie and Mariana, and the sessions in room 2 will be chaired by Richard and I. And as you see, and as Richard has talked about, we have various stories from different mentors from all around the world. Their mentees presented in our previous conference, and we are really proud and joyful to see this conference happening. If you can have a look at the program and just see the link to the poster, it will be more fruitful, I guess, for you to follow, because we'll be sharing our stories without sharing the screens. I hope we will enjoy this conference and its fruitful outcomes. Thank you very much again for coming and being with us and all your contributions. Over to you, Ellie. Ellie will be talking about the format of the sessions. Okay, to you, Ellie.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll be very brief. So like we said before, we are expecting our presenters to do 5-minute presentations, okay? And we are going to take the timings very seriously so that we have enough time for the question and answer session and the discussions. We are not going to stop after each presentation for questions and answers. We are going to have it as one unit and then have about 40-45 minutes for the discussion, so that you can interact with the presenters and the presenters can interact with each other as well. One thing that Seden has already mentioned, that we would like you to probably stay in one of the rooms and not go like back and forth, because in order to have an intelligent and meaningful discussion, maybe it's better if you have the full view of one full session. The recordings are running already, so we will be recording the presentations. And, you know, like the ground rules as usual, if you could switch up your microphone so that the background noise is not seeping through, and maybe put up your hand if you want to say something. And now over to Mariana. She has some more information for you.
Okay, thank you very much, Ellie. Thank you very much, and welcome everyone. I would like to thank the IATEFL authorities, Ernesto, for your ownership and for your commitment and continued support. Dr. Richard Smith, Seden, Ellie, Zenning for inviting me to be part of your team again, and also Ruben Massey for inviting me to be part of the research study we will be talking about later at the University of Buenos Aires. Okay, so this is a celebration, yes, because we are together in order to share our stories, our mentoring stories, and to learn from one another. Yes, this is a step on our way to a publication of an IATEFL ReSIG book with write-ups. Yes, so we hope it will be completed by the end of this year, and the name will be Stories of Mentoring Teacher Research. Yes, I would also like to say that as Richard said at the very beginning, you can stay here in this room, room 1, for presentations, or you can move to room 2 for the presentations there. Yes, and as Ellie said, these sessions, each of the presentations will be recorded, but not the Q&A and discussion sections. Yes, so this is a party, as I said before, and I remember that once Sedento Jan said that these conferences are moments or times when we see, when we hear, when we feel like harvesting the fruits of our efforts. And I absolutely agree with her. This is our party. Let's enjoy it. Thank you so much for listening. Over to you, Richard.
Thanks. Well, great. Let's enjoy the party. Mariana, thank you, and all of you. So we've been organising us four with Ernesto. Now is the time to choose to come to stay here in room 1. Look at the program, see what you're interested in. Please do stay in the room if you're going to stay. If you're going to go to room 1, stay here for the time. We're going to have about an hour and 10 minutes, I think. Then we'll have a break, and then you can move to room 2, or then you can stay in room 1. It's up to you. Basically, if you want to go to room 2, you will have to now leave this room, join a different link, and you've got the link in the program. Just let me advertise room 2 again, because maybe not many people will come to room 2. Don't know. I'm there with Seden, and I've just put the link into the chat. So it's time to move over, to stay here. We'll have about two or 3 minutes as we stop the recording here, and we start the recording for the first session. We're all going to come back.